Hello, hi, thank you very much. Like all professional athletes, I am piping in artificial crowd noise for your enjoyment. Oh, I'm sorry, there's just not a lot of news to talk about. It's just been a slow news year. What could be going on? Just a pandemic, right? When this thing started, it was called the coronavirus. Do you remember that? I have never seen anyone make the PR adjustment that the Corona Beer Company did. Am I right? They're calling this coronavirus. This is bad. We're gonna call it COVID-19. Yeah. And it's stuck. That's the shocking part. Way to go, Corona Beer. In fact, now we're just calling it COVID, and we're using it like an adjective. Oh, hey, I gave myself a COVID haircut. It went from COVID buzz cut to COVID mullet. Oh, great. Now that's going to bother me. This is not the apocalypse I wanted. I wanted leather, chains, hockey masks. Instead, we got flannel pajamas and face underwear. No, but I like the masks. I'm cool with the masks. I always wear a mask out in public. In fact, I feel safer when everybody around me has a mask on. Like, I go to the grocery store, and it's like, this grocery store is protected by a diverse clan of ninjas. I can shop here safely. But we got nothing to worry about. I mean, come on, Donald Trump is on this. President Trump, huh? I want all Americans to take the Hydrox cookie, Dr. Quinn, and the Z-Pack. The easy-to-pronounce Z-Pack. People say I have a limited vocabulary, but let me tell you how not limited my limited vocabulary is. So not limited. The opposite of limited is how limited my limited vocabulary is. Limited. Man, I remember when it wasn't 5 years ago, surprisingly. We were at, January? We were concerned about the well-being of tigers in Oklahoma and locking up that bitch, Carol Baskin. And then all of a sudden, someone had to take a knee on a guy's neck, and then it's riots everywhere. You know, we never would have had this problem if we had RoboCop. Hear me out. The promise of 1987 is not being met today. It's 2020, we still don't have RoboCop. I can't believe this. Look, we don't have any riots against police violence if we have RoboCop, because RoboCop isn't flexible enough to kneel. And come on, it's not like he's walking around unsupervised. He's got that white chick for a partner named Karen, pointing out what he should be shooting at. What could go wrong? Okay, so every once in a while RoboCop shoots a kid. But don't worry, it's not a white girl. You know, like you guys, I fell down that binge watching the series online, streaming series Abyss. I watched The Office, Parks and Rec, Parks and Office, The Rec, the whole nine. I ran out of high definition to stream. I started going back to old Star Treks. That had me thinking, you know, the old Star Trek, they have a spaceship, right? If you haven't heard of Star Trek. They call it the Enterprise. It's named after an old Navy ship. What if they ran out of ships in the Navy, but still want to continue with the ships from the sea theme? Be like, I'm Captain Kirk of the Princess of the Seas. She's a pleasure vessel who experiments in artificial free-falling and surfing. In Star Trek The Next Generation, every few episodes, Captain Picard has to visit some new planet to see if they're worthy of inclusion into the United Federation of Planets. He beams down, he's greeted by some tall, human-looking figure who's wearing the never-fashionable earth tones designed by Kanye West. And everything's looking on the up and up. And just as Picard's about to beam out, he hears a yell in the distance. Ah! Picard turns to see what it is. And Yeezy Collection over there is like, oh, pay no attention to that. That's a slave getting the beating he deserves. Now, how about that invitation into the Federation, huh? And wouldn't you know it, invitation declined. Yeah, just yanked right there. I wonder why. Makes me think, how did Earth ever qualify to be in the United Federation of Planets? Now, I have something worked out. I think it would take some alternate history. So imagine, if you will, the Axis powers win World War II, and at some point Germany's like, hey, Empire of Japan, you guys want to just relocate to Mars for us? And then, fast forward a bit, Vulcans land on Earth. Big tall Vulcan walks out, pointy ears, manicured, angular eyebrows, bowl cut. And he says, greetings, Earthlings, humans. I am a Vulcan. We have noticed you have achieved warp speed and world peace by ending poverty, slavery, war, and Nicki Minaj. I am here to welcome you into the United Federation of Planets. However, we did notice that you all seem to have blonde hair and blue eyes. Oh, well, about that, see, there was this guy, and say no more, human. We Vulcans all have the same haircut for a reason. Hey, follow me on Twitter at Vaughn Fry, thank you.